Will Grosjean return to Renault? That's what we'll find out in this episode of Formula News. Let's get started. Welcome along everyone to another episode of Formula News. And first up on today's episode, Grosjean interested in Renault return? Romain Grosjean has stated that he'd be interested in returning to his first Formula 1 team, Renault, at some point in the future. The Frenchman joined the grid in 2009 to drive for the team, but failed to impress and was not retained at the end of the season. However, he was given a second chance by the team, at the time known as Lotus Renault, in 2012. After initially struggling, he eventually found his feet and picked up 10 podiums in 4 seasons with the Enstone outfit. He then left for Haas and has been there ever since. With his contract ending at the end of the season though, and silly season on the horizon, he says he's open to other seats. One of the seats currently available for 2021 is found at his former team. With Ricciardo leaving for McLaren, Renault is currently looking for his replacement. Grosjean says a return is appealing to him. Next up, Williams fully funded until 2021. In recent months, there has been continued speculation over the futures of a number of teams. While the talk concerning Mercedes has centered on the German team looking for a way out on the back of its overwhelming success, as far as Renault and Haas are concerned, it was due to the lack of it. But then came news of the financial difficulties that McLaren and Williams found themselves in, one looking at possible insolvency as early as next month, while the other is looking at a number of options including selling up. In a bid to improve its cash flow in the last couple of years, the Grove outfit sold a 75% stake in its advanced engineering division, which applies the F1 team's skills to other industries. The move raised around £30 million. Then Michael Latifi, already a 10% stakeholder in McLaren, came to the rescue with a cash injection of £36 million, which according to Forbes, gave the funding for 2019 in totality and into 2021. While it may well be thought that both moves were in reaction to the economic climate, a source tells Forbes that they were actually part of a deliberate strategy that goes back to the start of 2019. According to Forbes' source, the timeframe for the sale is 3 to 4 months, though Williams is already starting to see a number of quality options develop. While news of the potential sale immediately led to speculation over Michael Latifi taking control, the source insists that Williams never thought of going down the route of asking Latifi to invest. Next up, does Ferrari lag behind Mercedes and Red Bull in development? Ferrari would come to Austria with an engine update that should give a profit of no less than 15 horsepower, but the racing stable itself still denies that. According to Ferrari, there are only some small updates for the first Grand Prix of 2020. During the winter tests in Barcelona, there was one team that was immediately confronted with the facts: Ferrari. The team barely seemed to move forward, and analysts even saw it as a possibility that the pink Mercedes could claim a third place among the constructors. That's over 4 months ago now, and it is said that Ferrari has prepared a new update for the first race in Austria. After the engine regulations of the FIA, Ferrari is under a magnifying glass, but that wouldn't stop the racing stable from bringing an update with 15 horsepower gains. Next up, Aston Martin to raise £260 million to boost finances. The troubled luxury car manufacturer is calling on investors to snap up new shares on the back of falling sales in the face of coronavirus. Aston Martin is to raise around €260 million through new shares and costly debt in a bid to bolster its finances. The cash injection is the latest move by Aston Martin's new billionaire backer Lawrence Stroll in its bid to overhaul the company. Lawrence Stroll, who owns the Racing Point Formula 1 team, has named a new chief executive and financial chief in a major leadership shakeup. The carmaker said the coronavirus outbreak is impacting sales in the current quarter as expected, with a fall in retail sales and wholesale revenues. Nevertheless, more than 90% of the company's dealer network is now open following shutdowns in the face of the virus. Earlier this month, Aston Martin said it had planned to cut up to 500 jobs as part of major restructuring program. And lastly, Mercedes' Cowell could switch to Aston Martin. Mercedes' reporting engine guru Andy Cowell could be moving to Aston Martin, according to Germany's Autobild. Last week, Mercedes' works team announced that after 16 years, Cowell is leaving his post in July, but he will consult to Mercedes-Benz AG on a future project until 2021. Writing in Autobild, correspondent Ralph Back said Ferrari had denied that Cowell might end up at Maranello. That comes amid speculation that Cowell might switch to Aston Martin. The British carmaker has been taken over by Racing Point owner Lawrence Stroll, while Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff has invested, and AMG's Tobias Moers is said to be the new CEO. Mercedes' parent Daimler also owns 5% of Aston Martin. So, could he end up at Aston Martin? Only time will tell. And that's been today's video. If you don't want to miss out any future Formula 1 news, then please hit that like and subscribe button and check out these 2 videos. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you have an awesome day, and until next time, goodbye.